Right, okay, so the next recording you're going to see is me having a walk through Dorothy's speed shop. I did want to record and say about the catering lady who's come today, because the food's very nice. But I did say a bit at the beginning. Just want to say apologies if I seem to be a bit stuttering or not speaking as clear as I wanted to do about stuff. I really should have got the camera out first thing this morning when Nathan had set up and no one was around, and I'd have felt like I could speak about stuff and about the bikes and what I thought about the different bikes more clearly than I could when I've got people around. As I've got people around, obviously not everybody wants to be on camera, and you're just conscious. I'm conscious about what I'm saying about stuff, and people are watching and listening and that sort of thing. And yeah, I'm in the van. My anxiety's kicking off a bit. There's all these people I don't know. They're all friendly people, but it's just one of them things. If you suffer with anxiety and depression and stuff like that, then and autism, you need your own space as well. So as well as I can mingle with people, I just, most of the time, there's a reason that I don't go out on a lot of adventures that I planned, is that I just want to stay at home, But I'm not saying that about coming here. I really enjoyed it being down here and seeing the bikes, and I've been chatting to a bloke about his opinion on bikes, to my opinion on bikes, and not just an opinion, what we've found by test riding different bikes. And yeah, I'm really keen still, I think, on the Bmw Gs310. I'd like to test ride that again in better weather, and I'd also like to get on a Himalayan, Royal Enfield Himalayan test ride. Now, another bike I wanted to get, but it'd just be fun, was import a Honda CT125. I've sat on one and it feels good, suspension's soft, but I'm a 20 stone guy and the forks are tiny. They're really made for the Asian market, where there's a little Asian man or woman on that bike who probably only weighs 10 stone rather than my 20. So yeah, I'm just in the van because I'm going to get the SIM card out of the camera, put it in the tablet. I've pulled the tablet out of its case, and then I'm going to edit and stick it on YouTube for you guys. So apologies, this is what this video is about. Apologies if I'm stuttering and that sort of thing, and not speaking clearly. It's because I'm being conscious of people around me and what they're thinking and saying, and not being happy maybe if the camera's out, so okay, see you again. So here we are at Dorothy's speed shop. Come this morning, I was going to start recording outside, but it's absolutely pinning it down in a minute. We've just had a lovely sausage and bacon cob cut by this catering van here, wings and things. So, take you inside. I was going to get the camera out first thing this morning, but even though the weather's quite stormy like it was last night when I was sleeping in the van, there's quite a few people turned up. So Nathan's just been and fetched this bike over, which is very nice. But I did watch a video on these last night, this morning, changing the front sprocket on these, which has put me off, because to do that you've got to take the footstand off, the kickstand, take the fill filter out, drain the oil just to change the sprocket on it, instead of having a separate case in there. But right, we'll go in. And here is the world famous Dorothy, or Dot for short, post bike that Nathan rode from Australia all the way to England, and then I think it was 2 or 3 years later, he rode it across America. So this is 110 cc's. The new ones, which I'll show you in a minute, 125 cc, and even for a big guy like me, 20 stone, 6'3", I've sat on the new ones and they're a very comfortable bike. Not had a chance to go out and have a ride on one yet though. I do like the bike lift, but like Nathan said, it's not very long. You know, you can see the back end of the postie bikes hanging off where the ramp is. But yeah, I would like one for my garage. The old house, I would have had no problem, even with height, jacking the bike up. But in the new garage, I would have an issue. So that's a CCM, and this is the fleet of postie bikes that you can book a test ride and go out for the day on an adventure and do all sorts of roads, from green lanes to main roads. And that's the bike I've had a sit on, which is the new CT125. And it does feel quite good. The suspension is very soft, and if you look down here you can see that the forks are very thin. They're even smaller than the Lexmoto ZSB that I had, but like I said to Nathan, and he agreed that it was made for smaller people in Asia, not great big people like me in England. I'm surprised they didn't import these because of this massive rack. I thought these would have been very popular with delivery guys, delivering pizzas, takeaways, anything really. Because I'm really surprised at the size of that rack, what you could carry on there. I think if I was going to pick one, I'd probably go with the khaki or the green. Alright, how we doing? Do you want to be on camera? No. He turned around, that's too late. He's on camera now. That's Nathan, he's busy going around making drinks for everyone. So that's the Bmw Gs310. That's the older version of what I test rode the other day. I'll show you the one, or like the one that I test rode. But I have sat on this one last night and it does feel very comfortable. That's the 300 Rally. Now, like I say, I'm 6'3" and 20 stone, and I sat on this Himalayan yesterday and I found the suspension very soft. It dropped straight away with me sitting on there. But I suppose I wouldn't know properly until I took it out for a test ride what I thought to the bike. But just on first looks and sitting on a bike, I do like the BMW better.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, I should have got a camera out first thing this morning. So this is the Fireball. This is like the model that I test rode, that I did a review about. So I still really like the look of the bike, but I just know that the suspension is no good for my back. You can see where it'll come straight up, the shock goes straight up your back. Because of the style of bike, you sat upright, so any bumps, it just goes straight up my back. On the new Classic, they're basically using the same engine, the same frame, just altering the panels slightly. They've increased the seat height and moved the foot pegs back. So that might feel different, but they're using the same engine. Now, some people are saying these are quite smooth. The demo bike that I went on, I think, was thrashed, so it was very lumpy and a bit knocky and not very good. But I really do like the look of it though. It reminds me of a bit of a bobber, sort of like a Harley Sportster type bike. So we've got the Royal Enfield 650s here. That's the Continental GT. A nice looking bike. But I saw Nathan push this one around, well, push all these around, and they do look like very heavy bikes to push around, and that's not something I fancy doing. They're very nice looking bikes though, but it looks like a big heavy lump of an engine. It reminds me of Honda engines that I worked on from like 1978 period that I had when I was riding bikes last time. So very nice. This is Nathan's Motor Guzzi, a brand that I've not owned. I was tempted after looking on eBay at one of these, but no, I think it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for smaller CC. That's the KTM 390. Never actually sat on one of those. The only thing that's putting me off that is the looks of it. I don't think I could love it for the looks of it, because if you look at this headlight, maybe come at a different angle, it looks like a wasp's head. How it sticks out. Yeah, I'd sooner like it if it had a fairing like this, the CB500, where it swung round and came up to the frame. A bit like my Phaser as well. If it came round, that'd be a bit better. Now this Honda CB500X is higher than the other models that I've sat on. This has had the Rally Raid kit on it, which has lifted it as well. The seat, everything looks higher. The tank looks higher, the seat looks higher. I think obviously the ground clearance as well is higher, but because it's got the subframe on it, the bash guard, the engine protector, that makes it look like it's sitting low to ground, but the actual engine is higher. Not sat on that version of it, just because I'm not 100% sure if that's what I'm looking for. So, but anyway, so this BMW here, like you saw on that other video that I did, I put a screenshot up of the picture of this bike. This is a brand new bike, exactly the same as the one that I test rode. Now, in comparison to the older bike, it doesn't have the rubber footrests in. I think Nathan might have took them out, or they were taken out previously for better grip off-roading, because Nathan's got the knobblies on the other BMW. I'll just come round here. But one thing you probably can see is how low that foot pedal is already, and when you come to put the brake on, I found on the other one I test rode that your foot was really coming down to here before the brake was actually engaging, and then you was pressing it more. This one seems different. Possibly the one I test rode, if I zoom in here, was altered on that thread. So if you wound that thread out a little bit, that would bring the foot pedal back up. If the one I test rode was wound in, that would bring the pedal down. But there's not much you can do to it. You can buy metal plates that'll go on the top, but that's not for lifting the pedal, that's more for grip. Because I did find when I sat on the older version, which is the first one I showed you, that it feels like when you sat here with your foot, to find the brake, you're bending your foot inwards to be able to press the pedal on this one. But my wife likes this colour. I preferred the other two colour options that were available for the new GS310. It is a nice looking bike, and I really like the feel when I'm sat on this bike. But they're about £5,300, I think they are, brand new for these ones. As opposed to looking at second-hand BMW 310 and the Royal Enfield, you can pick a decent one up for about £3.5 grand. So that's probably what I'm going to be looking at. So Nathan says this is the one he's having the issues with the relays keep going. He's just had another, I think, 5 relays brought this morning, so we can ride this one and keep some spares under the seat because it keeps cutting out on him. But I do like this colour. I like this one or the white one. I like having the centre stand as well though for maintenance. And this is Nathan's Speed Shop Open Day. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, bye bye.